Hello to all of you. In previous lecture, we discussed about Kennedy's theory. Clear. So in this lecture, we will discuss about Leacy's regime theory. First of all, we discuss about what is the limitations of Kennedy's theory. So there are total 7 limitations as per Kennedy's theory. First, that Kennedy did not give any importance of B by D ratio. Clear. So he considered that B by D ratio as a one type of uh, constant like that. Clear, but did not give any notice importance of B by D ratio. The second one, he aimed to find out only average design condition for the design of channel. That means Kennedy's aim or Kennedy's aim that to design a channel which is on the basis of only average design channel. Done. Then third one, that did not account of silt concentration and bed load, and the silt complex silt carrying phenomenon was incorporated in single factor of error. It means that Kennedy's did not account or did not consider that silt concentration and bed load, and that all things means that silt carrying power which is incorporated only single factor that called M, this critical velocity ratio. Then fourth one, silt grade and silt charge were not defined. Silt grade means silt size, silt charge means silt power. Then fifth one, Kennedy did not give any slope equation. And sixth one, Kennedy used Cutter's equation to find out velocity. But you know that there are some limitations of different formula. So they did not account that Cutter's equations limitations. And seventh one, we already know that it is on the basis of trial and error method. So there are the total 7 limitations of Kennedy's theory. So next topic is Lacey's theory. This theory is defined by Gerald Lacey, 1930. It is developed on the basis of Regime theory and evolved numbers of equations. So first of all, what is the Regime channel? This is one type of channel. In this channel, there are no silting, there are no scouring. So that channel called a Regime channel. So there are 3 conditions of Regime. So first, the channel should be flow in uniformly in incoherent unlimited alluvium of same character as that transported by the water. Means like in particular 1 kilometer channel, 10 kg of silting are occurred. So same as 10 kg scouring will be occurred. So that all thing will be in balance. That called incoherent unlimited alluvium. Then second one, silt grade and silt charge should be constant. Then third one, discharge should be constant. So there are the 3 conditions of Regime channel. So what is the incoherent alluvium? So it is soil composed to loose granule material which can be scoured with the same ease with its transported. Means as I gave example, in 1 kilometer channel like 10 kg of silt are deposited. So same as amount means 10 kg of silt are same as scouring. So that so this is balance between scouring and silting. So that called incoherent alluvium in simple language. So Lacey's theory. According to Lacey, there are 3 design conditions. There are 3 stages. First one, initial design, final design, and permanent design. So first one, initial design. This is the first stage of Regime channel. Clear? So it is formed its section and yet not scoured in the longitudinal direction or in the longitudinal slope. So channel excavated is smaller width and flatter slope comes in operation. So after flow take place, bed slope increase due to the depositions of silt on the bed and depth change and width does not change. Clear? So in first stage, initial design, depth change, width does not change, and bed slope also change. So bed slope and depth varying, width constant, So that channel called initial resign. Then second one, final resign. So final resign is ultimate stage of resign. In this, the bed slope, width and depth are changed after a long time. Because of continuous actions of water, width change is varying. Ultimate condition is attained when the channel adjusts bed slope, depth and width. There are no more less permanent stability achieved. Means after the some time, width, depth and bed slope change, and due to continuous action of water, there are all things width, depth and bed slope are stable, means they do not change, so that called final resign. Then third one, permanent resign. So that channel means canal is protected by some material like a concrete, bituminous, asbestos and brick, clear, like our Narmada canal. So this is protected by RCC. In this type of channel, there are no scouring, no silting occur. There are no possibility of section change or bed slope change. So that called a permanent resign. So that theory means Lacy's theory is not applicable for that type of channel. So cross sections of resign channel. For true resign channel, that channel shape semi-elliptical shape. For coarser silt, there are wide and shallow shape. For their finer silt, narrow and deep shape are there. Here, so this is the cross sections of resign channel. So there are some formula of Lacy's resign equations. So Lacy's considered as are more effective variable than D. As per Kennedy's, Kennedy's consider D is more important than R. But as per Lacy, hydraulic mean depth is very important. Lacy's introduced silt factor that called measure silt grade, and which is unit of 1 for upper body of canal. So Lacy's obtain a relation between mean velocity and R, which is V equals to under 2 upon 5 F into R. Clear? Then second, they derive a relation between channel dimension AF square equals to 140 V raised to 5 and silt factor. What is the formula for silt factor? Which is F equals to 1.76 under root MR. MR means average particle size. So silt factor is always depend on average particle size. Clear? And then Lysis give relations between different VQF relations. So we have AF square 140 V raised to 5, multiply both sides by V. So AV equals to AVF square 140 V raised to 6. You know that AV means discharge, QF square 140 V raised to 6. So you can subject V equals to QF square divided by 140 raised to 1 by 6. So this is the formula of velocity. And then again PQ relation. So the formula of velocity V equals to under root 2 upon 5 F into R. So multiply both sides or fourth power on both sides. So V raised to 4, 4 upon 25 F square R square. Then subject F square. 25 upon 4 V raised to 4 upon R square. So we have the value QF square equals to 140 V raised to 6. Clear? So that F value put in these equations, QF square 1 equals to 140 V raised to 6. So Q equals to 25 by 4 V raised to 4 divided by R square. So V raised to 4, V raised to 8 cancel out, 25 by 4 Q upon R square equals to 140 V square. We have the value of R equals to A by P, put in these equations and subject P. And again put in this V equals to Q by A. And again P subject P square equals to 22.5 Q. We have the formula of perimeter in terms of discharge. P equals to 4.75 under root Q. This is the important relations. Clear? And maybe they ask in exam, this is resign equations. So there are again new equations. So again the formula for velocity and SFR relation, SFQ relation, SFQ relation again. Main relation which is important for you, S equals to F raised to 5 by 3 3340 q raised to 1 by 6. Clear? This is the very important equations to find out or to solve that example. So this is a design procedure as per Lacy's theory. Clear? In this exam, they directly given solve out this example by Lacy's theory. So what are the step one? First one, to calculate self factor. So what is the formula of self factor? F equals to 1.76 under root f. In some examples, self factor is directly given, but in the some cases, direct average particle size is given. So you should find out f. The second step is calculate velocity. Find out calculate velocity as per Lacy's theory, which is v equals to qf square upon 140 raised to 1 by 6. So we have velocity. So we can easily find out area A equals to q by v. The next one, step 4, calculate perimeter. So we have the formula in terms of discharge. So perimeter equals to 4.75 under root q. Clear? So we can find perimeter. We have value of A and P, and we have the side slope. So as per that, we find out width and dimension. So what is the formula of area and perimeter? A equals to BD plus D square by 2. P equals to D plus under root pi into D. And R equals to A by T. So as per that, we can find out width and depth. The next step is calculator. So we have the two formula. First one, R equals to A by P and R equals to 5 by 2 B square by F. If both are same, design will be okay. If both are different, the design is not okay. The last step, calculate bed slope. So we have the formula for bed slope, f raised to 5 by 3, 3340 q raised to 1 by 6. Clear? So this is a total 7 step in Lacy's design procedure. Clear? This is a very important. So first of all, you find out that particular or remember that formula or cramp that all that formula which is important to solve that example. Clear? So in the exam, they ask 7 marks example or 7 marks theory or the 7 marks procedure of Lacy's theory or Kennedy's theory. It is very important as per your that particular your university's exam, as per your competitive exam. In competitive exam, they ask calculate self factor and average size particle is given. Otherwise, they ask perimeter and discharge is given. So please remember that formula of that Lacy's theory as well as Kennedy's theory. Done. Thank you. In the next lecture, we discuss or we can solve we will solve that Lacy's example.